October 14th, 2012, I was in San Antonio at MEPS, also called Military Entrance Processing Station, in Fort Sam Houston. I'm there, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm out of it. I'm like tired, and they're like telling us certain rules and stuff we're not supposed to do. I'm like, smoking, okay, don't smoke, I'm good. And then like, we get in the building, going through all this stuff. I walk in like, excited for the day, ready, getting my stuff done. Second day I'm out of here, back at home. Walk up to the check-in station, they give me my packet. Oh, here's your packet. Go ahead, sit down, wait for station 1. I'm like, okay, sit down. Sitting there waiting, and I'm like, wait, station 1? How many stations are there? Look across the right, like, oh, hallway, like leaning into it, all the way far back in, station 14. So throughout the day, I'm going to station. Around 12:30 or so, I get to station 5. And I'm sitting there waiting for a doctor or something, waiting for them to come. And I took a nap, wake up, and all I see is this person running out, like crying. I'm freaking out, like, okay, curtain behind me, like, what's happening to this kid? I'm like, okay, like, you know, all you see is the blind open, the doctor there, waving his hand with that white glove. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going in there. And then, like, he's, like, waving me in. I'm walking in there anxiously, like, okay, like hands shaking, and I sit down. I'm like, so what are we doing in this station? He's like, blood work. Okay. I was like, go ahead. So I get my blood work done, and then, like, my arm's, like, because, you know, it's blood, so you're, like, all loopy. So I go to station 6, which is peeing test, and then I had to be at the water fountain 30 minutes because, of course, I don't have to go pee at the moment. So going throughout the day, I get done at station 14, and after that, they told me I can go sit down and wait to get enlisted, do some little bit more paperwork, and then I'm done. So I sit down waiting, and then I was like, well, what else can you do? Take a nap. So after my nap, I woke up, intercom comes on, excuse me, recruits, we are sorry to inform you, it's 5:30, but we have to come back tomorrow and get started with the day. Okay, so go back to the hotel, do some homework for this class, and I get ready for the second day. I eat breakfast, and I'm like, okay, so I'm ready, drink some water, I got this, sit in the bus on the way there, and then the video camera comes down. And then, your day at MEPS. I'm like, okay, so I went through this, and for the new people, I guess, and okay, so I get back over there, and this day I see a lot more military officials and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, look at these people in uniforms and stuff like that. I'm like, man, that's going to be me. I mean, I'm going to get my uniform, be nice, and like, I got this. Go over there, walk up to the check-in station again, walk in, the lady's like, here's your paperwork. Also, I'm sorry to inform you, but we lost some of your paperwork. I'm like, oh man, so I start all over. And she's like, so please go back to station 5. Okay, so I walk back to station 5, and like, I was drinking water, so I was like, okay, so after this, the ping station, I'm good, I got it. Sit down, come in, they're like, yeah, I saw you here the day before. I was like, yeah, they lost some paperwork. I get in there, take blood work to go on my right arm this time instead of my left, and then boom, they miss. Arm's out of it, boom, they miss again. I'm like, oh man, my arm's killing me. I'm like, okay, can you just go to the one you did yesterday? So then they get it again. Done with blood work, walk into the next station, so I'm like this. Because, I mean, like, my arms are hurting. In the ping station, I'm there waiting, and then I'm like, man, why isn't the door open? They're not there. Waiting 2.5 hours to go to the bathroom. I'm like jumping up and down, like waiting to go. After I'm that, I go back to the station 7. Next station is when they check like your feet and make sure all your muscles work correctly and stuff. So we get in there, and it's like, I saw you in here yesterday. I was like, yes sir, you did. And I was going on telling him that they lost paperwork, and he's like, well, it's not the first time they did that. So I go in there, and like, I have to do everything, height and weight, and it's like, okay, so I need you to duck walk to the end of the classroom and back. Classroom's like 2 times this size. So I'm in just my underwear, and like freezing cold in October, so I'm like over here and going across the room like this. My arms are flailing from like blood work, and then like crazy. So I get done, go back to the last station, 14, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm done, I got this. Sit down, done, all right. I gotta just get my paperwork done, I'm done. Finally gonna be done. Hey, hello recruits, sorry to inform you, but the system is down. Y'all have to be back tomorrow to finish up your stuff. I'm like, Okay, day number 3, October 16th, I'm going in, ready, drinking water again, like not even knowing what's about to happen. So I get in there, and it's telling me, okay, so you're done completely, all your paperwork's here. Sit down waiting to actually go in the ceremony room. Around 12:30 or so, I take a nap, wake up at 2:30 from somebody tapping on my shoulder. I turn around like, what? Hi, Mom. Completely not there. I see my mom there on the 3rd day. She said she wasn't going to make it. She made plans. I was happy, like going to cry. So I get over there and we're waiting. So like, so what's next? I was like, well, ceremony room, then I'm done. And then around 2:30, the announcement comes on. Hello, we have the system back up, and we're starting to do paperwork now and ceremony. So I go in there doing paperwork, drop down, okay, signature here, got it. Thumbprint, got it. Signature, thumbprint, signature, okay, done. Walk in, and the last thing is the ceremony room. I walk in there, and I'm dressed up like I am now, but you know, it's 3 days. I thought I was going to miss church or something. So I walk in, and I'm walking, and I'm like, man, this is it. I go in there, start doing my oath, get up, saying it nice and proud, like I'm going to cry, like I got to hold it back. And then I got done, start walking out to the door, and I see this man standing there. And I walk up to him like, his arms like this, all mad, and I'm like, oh man, he's going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. Walk in there, and he was like, excuse me, young sir. I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, you're the first person I ever seen dressing up for something like this. I'm very grateful that you did this. I'm glad you joined, and welcome to the military. And I was like, man, like seriously, welcome to the military? Like, man, thank you.